Christmas and New Year's in anime in Japan. And obviously I wanted to do this panel here at IchibanCon because we all just had Christmas, right? Did everyone have a good Christmas, by the way? Good, good. And we're gonna have a really kick-butt New Year's, I'm pretty sure, because we're all here at IchibanCon. So what better New Year's party than here? So I just hope you guys learn a couple of things about Christmas in Japan and what their culture is in comparison to America. And there might be even some surprises in here that will really shock you. Things that they like during Christmas and also New Year's as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Christmas here is definitely more of a family holiday. People tend to spend more time with their families than they do their significant other. In Japan, it's a very different holiday. In Japan, it's kind of like Valentine's Day in December. It's much more about your significant other, or your wife, or your husband. So a lot of men will they'll take their wives out on dates. They'll set up a huge, nice dinner at a fancy, expensive restaurant, buy them a nice gift, and sorry guys, but the guy has to buy something 3 times more expensive than the girls do. That's kind of the rules of Christmas in Japan. So, and honestly, the girls aren't even obligated to give a gift. Like, you know how it is in America, if someone gives you a gift, you kind of feel like you gotta give back to them? No, if your dude friend gives you a gift, it doesn't matter if the girl gives back or not. It's kind of the same way in Valentine's Day, but that's just the culture. Most like the West nowadays, Christmas is very commercialized. Here it's also very commercialized, but you gotta think about, here it's a lot about religion, and there's a whole bunch of different religions that have different holidays around December. So there's an actual like meaning besides the presents and the lights and the parties. But in Japan, Japan's not, the percentage of Christianity is only like 0.01. So obviously they don't celebrate the birth of Christ like many people in the West do. They literally just do Christmas to party and get gifts and go out and have a good time. So there's no religion connected to Christmas, at least. We'll get to New Year's later because there's a lot that has to do with Shintoism and Buddhism in Japanese culture in accordance to New Year's. Again, males are supposed to spend way more than females are supposed to. And as you guys probably know, you guys probably watch a lot of anime, right? That's why you're here. Has anyone seen Toradora? Woo! It's crazy, because that show has been out for a long time now, and I just saw it this year. So, this has a really good Christmas episode. There are a lot of cultural things in this show. And then there's also one show that really comes to mind for me. It was the first anime I saw that had like a really good couple of Christmas episodes, was Tokyo Mew Mew. This and Toradora actually are really good examples that show why Christmas is a couple holiday, between Taiga and Ryosuke, is that his name? Ryoji. The show, so, and then of course with Ichigo and Messiah, their relationship actually grows a lot during Christmas. And there's loads of different anime that'll show you, like, it's always about romance on Christmas. So these are just 2 examples of that. One of the really big things in Japan is the lights. Yes, that is a Godzilla light tree, Christmas tree. It actually breathes fire. I don't know why Japan thought was a good idea, but fire, okay, and smoke. There's actually a place near Tokyo where the entire vicinity is like just covered, like an archway in lights, and it's very popular to take your girlfriend or your boyfriend through the lights as a date on Christmas Eve. And if that's another tree in Tokyo, like lights are everywhere. I mean, if you think, like, I'm sure if a Japanese person would come here for Christmas, they'd be like, where are all the lights? Because honestly, you only see it nowadays on a couple of houses and on a couple of buildings. Like, honestly, we're not really as lit up for Christmas as you would think. Go to Japan. And these are some examples in anime that I found. You're always going to find Christmas lights really exaggerated and really drawn out, and you're going to see them in a lot of different scenes in anime. You definitely know there's a Christmas scene coming up if the first scene you see is Christmas lights in an anime. Okay, Christmas food. This might come to a shock to you, But the Japanese people love to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken on Christmas. This is an actual thing. Pre-orders for buckets of fried chicken for Christmas are normally taken at the end of October or beginning of November, because people will wait in line for 2 hours near Christmas to get their bucket of fried chicken for their family. I don't know what the Japanese obsession is with American fast food. People are always saying, Japanese people are so skinny. Yeah, the ones that are a little older tend to be skinny. Actually, if you look at a lot of Japanese people who are our age or younger, like college age and younger, they're actually getting a little bigger because fast food is really popular there now, and guess what it usually is? McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken. Obviously, none of those are very good for you.
Like McDonald's too? I thought it was just KFC.
Well, they have McDonald's in Japan in general. It's very, very popular. That's why you always see like the McNugget with Pikachu on it and like the drinks with anime people.
But then it's McDonald's. So.
You can also get the salads. You can also get your Christmas cake or Christmas cheesecake at KFC. So yeah. So if your parents are like, what would you like for Christmas dinner, and you say Kentucky Fried Chicken and she thinks you're crazy, just tell her you're trying to learn Japanese culture and just indulge yourself in Japanese culture.
By having KFC.
Why do you want to eat KFC for Christmas? Science! What?
My parents would call me a weeaboo.
Oh god. I mean, I wouldn't put it past people who are weeaboos to get this on Christmas. But you probably see this in anime too. Like, people will say, there's actually, I can't remember what show it's from, but there is someone dressed up as Colonel Sanders from Kentucky Fried Chicken in a Santa outfit, which is a thing in Japan, by the way. Colonel Sanders is pretty much Santa. You laugh now, but if you go there, it's a very serious matter.
So you tell us we're on the naughty list, we'll get fried chickens.
Yeah. I think I have a commercial on here for you to show you, an actual Japanese commercial that plays during Christmas, and I pray to God the sound works. Oh wait, no, it's after this. Okay, so you guys might be wondering why is Kentucky Fried Chicken, of all things, such a popular thing in Japan for Christmas? It's because of a slogan. In 1974, there were commercials and different slogans and posters, pretty much just a big marketing that it was called Karishimasu ni wa Kentucky, which is Merry Christmas from Kentucky, essentially. And for some reason, the Japanese people thought that was awesome. I really don't understand why. But then pre-orders started for Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it's never stopped since. It's been as hype since it happened. So I kept trying to find more information about why they like it, but it's literally just because of Karishimasu ni wa Kentucky. That's really the reason. Okay, here's the commercial. Let me see if I can get to play. Oh no! My sound doesn't work. But this would be an average commercial that you would see during. I love the little Rudolph kid.
We're talking about KFC here, guys.
An average commercial you would see in Japan during Christmas. Notice that they are surrounding more of the 24th than the 25th. We'll get on that later. At the very end, they eat the chicken and they go, mmm! Like, it's really funny. So yeah, you'll definitely see that if you're in Japan in like a hotel or something, and if that comes on, you're gonna be like, wow, okay, wow. Another really big thing in Japan, it's traditional, is to eat Christmas cake. I know that cake isn't necessarily a Christmas thing here. I know that like fruit cake kind of is, but if you think about it, on Christmas, most people make pies or fudge or something with candy canes, peppermint. Not really just cake. Everyone normally associates cake with birthdays. But cake is the main treat of Christmas in Japan. So normally as a family, after they're done getting their stuff at Kentucky Fried Chicken, they're gonna go over to the market or go over to a bakery, and they're gonna get their Christmas cake. No, not every Christmas cake comes with adorable anime girls on it. That's not how it works. But you can see this in anime too. He's smashing his face with the Christmas cake, and everyone's like, "What is he doing?" So this is also a very important tradition. So Santa Claus, right? Let me actually back up so I don't spoil this. Okay. So how does Santa Claus play it? He's obviously he's huge here. As kids, we probably didn't even necessarily learn about him. We just grew up knowing he was someone during Christmas because our parents took us to go take a picture with him. And we just grew up seeing him in movies and Christmas TV shows. In Japan, it's kind of the same thing, or just kind of grow up knowing about Santa, but Santa's done a little differently in the way that he doesn't come down your chimney at night like he does in America. Because if you think about it, most Japanese houses don't have chimneys. They just don't, because they're too small. And most Japanese don't even use fireplaces or heat. They just kind of keep their houses cold. It saves energy. So what the parents do is the parents try to figure out a way to convince the kids how Santa got into their house. Either the parents left their key under the mat and Santa walked right in, or something along the same lines. So Santa is a really big part of Christmas in Japan. So yes, most children do believe that Santa will bring them toys and good gifts if they are good children throughout the year, just like here in America. And again, parents make up stories about how Santa gets into their houses and everything. I'm gonna try a different slot because I have another scene, and it's who here likes Love Live? Good! None of you guys!
Wait a minute, wait.
Who has seen Love Live?
Is this what I
Really?
think it is?
Love Live, the anime, idol, it's like super popular. Okay. I was about to say, wow, you guys really don't like idol shows. Okay, so I hope this plays. If not, you can just watch it. This next scene is from Love Live, and the girls are basically for Love Live. It's an idol anime, and there's about 9 of them, and they go to a summer house at like their one of their rich girls' beach houses, and they have a conversation about Santa. And one of the girls, even though she's like 15, still believes in Santa.
Oh. Watch YouTube try to copyright this.
The funny thing about Maki in the series is that she's the really mature one, and whenever the other girls are being immature, she's like, come on guys, like act your age. And of course she's the one that still believes in Santa. So it's really cute. So that just shows how in anime, how, I don't really think 15, 16-year-olds in Japan believe in Santa, but if you think about it, okay, has anyone ever had that like weird cousin who still believes in Santa and he's like 15? Yeah, so it might be like that. But yeah, for the most part, they don't, once you become like 14 or 15, they're mature enough to know he doesn't exist. So after all that, Christmas Eve, the big day where you get your cake, you get your fried chicken, you take your girlfriend out on a nice date. Yes, you do that on Christmas Eve. The big day is here. It's time to, it's the day we've all been waiting for. So it's Christmas, right? It's time to celebrate, right? Nope, it's not time to celebrate. You know what it's time to do? It's time to go back to work and put up the Christmas decorations.
Wait, what?
All that hype, all that decorating, all of the Christmas cake, and all of the Christmas, the fried chicken and everything, and then they take it all down on Christmas Day. Most people even go back to work. Some schools even go back on Christmas Day. This just goes to show that Japanese don't really care much about Christmas Day. It's all Christmas Eve. Now, I don't really know why, but they always just celebrate. It's kind of like how New Year's is. New Year's Eve tends to be a lot more hyped than New Year's Day. Everyone drinks on
Speaking
New
of
Year's
which,
Eve.
5 more hours.
5 more hours! Woo! Woohoo! I am flying through this. Does anyone have any questions before I move on? Because I'm flying through this information. Okay. So it's just really strange that after all that, because even us, like if you think about it, like on Christmas Day, we don't put up the decorations for the most part. On Christmas Day, we don't go back to work. We definitely don't go back to school. So it's weird to think that they do. Sometimes most people take down Christmas decorations and they take down their Christmas tree. on the day after Christmas, but I mean, I normally keep my stuff up until like January, after Ichiban-con, really, when I have time to. So, does anyone have any questions about Christmas before I move on to New Year's? Yeah, Dexter.
Do you have any other examples of stories that parents would tell their children to convince them that Santa Claus is real? Because one of them that I heard you say was them possibly leaving a key under the mat, and to me it just struck me as very questionable. It's like, maybe we shouldn't do that.
I think the other one is very similar to where they just keep the door unlocked or they keep a window open for Santa. There's even, I believe I read one where like Santa knocks on the door, the parents get up in the middle of the night and they take the presents from Santa. That way it's kind of not fishy when the parents are up at night when they're getting things together for their kids and the kids might ask questions. So if the kid gets up and they see their parents walking around at midnight, they don't want, like the parents don't want them to think that they're Santa Claus. So that is another one that people would always use. But yeah, it's like, that's such a big lie, okay? It's one thing to lie to your kids that Santa exists. I'm not teaching my kid about Santa, I'm not doing that. But it's another thing to lie to your kid and say that, hey, I'm gonna go open the door for Santa. I just think that's really weird. Okay, any other Christmas, yeah?
He's magic, you don't have to explain it.
Yeah, that's true. He's full of magic and he's in Japan, so it's even more magical somehow.
Santa's magic, that's how.
Yeah, Santa's magic, that's how. I feel like there was some other really funny Christmas Santa Claus anime, but I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But the Love Live thing was really funny. Actually, because it was funny, because as you saw, Honoka went over to the fireplace and was like, wow, a fireplace. Again, they're not in Japanese homes very often, so Maki knew that Santa came down the chimney. So it's not unknown to Japanese kids that Santa doesn't come down the chimney. But I mean, obviously, if that's the way it is in America, like, and a kid doesn't have a chimney, there's another way Santa has to come. So. But again, they usually outgrow that. All right, any more questions before I move on to New Year's? Okay. All right, so Christmas is, a pretty big deal with couples and everything, but New Year's is a way bigger deal. Reason being is because it is a way more important holiday. Christmas is commercialized, it is about your significant other, whereas New Year's, not as commercialized, and it's a lot more about family and religion. This is such an important holiday that Americans really need to respect for the Japanese, because this is when they go and a lot of times they commit the sins that they have done over the year in the Shinto and Buddhist shrines. So if you ever visit Japan, I don't know if I have a picture, I'll have it eventually. If you ever visit Japan, don't go to a temple on New Year's, you will get run over. It's very full. This is Asakusa, which is a place that me and those two lovely ladies back there went to when we were in Japan. And basically you walk in and there's this huge archway, and you walk in and then there's really long, it's seen in quite a few anime too, and there's this really long walkway, shops on both sides, and you walk all the way up, you shop on one side, and then you go to the temple, you pay your respects, and then you can tour some of the other temples, and then you come back the other side and shop on the other side if you want to, and then you leave. Asakusa during New Year's is crazy. This holiday is known as the celebration of firsts. When the New Year starts and January 1st starts, everything that happens that is a first time of the year is really important. It's kind of like how New Year's here, when you have a kiss after New Year's, like it's special because that's your first kiss of the new year. I hope no one kisses me between now and by the time I go back to my husband. That would be really awkward, because he's not here with me this weekend. But Hatsudaiori is the first exchange of letters. This is very important because a lot of the times family this will be the only time of the year. They don't send Christmas cards really, but they send New Year's cards, just hoping that they were wishing health for the new year, financial stability, a good education, and good grades in school for students. So this is very important, whoever you get your first letter from. Kakizome is first calligraphy. This is also, a lot of people know what calligraphy is. It's like the Japanese art of like writing in different forms. This, I'm not exactly sure why it's so important for the first one, but again, it's New Year's and the Japanese have a really weird obsession with firsts. Hatsumode is the first shrine and temple visit. Now this usually happens either on like New Year's Eve or usually on New Year's Day. People will go to make sure that they're blessed for the upcoming year. The first dream. Everyone knows that pretty much in Japan, dreams are very important. A lot of people think that like when you dream, that's like either God talking to you or it's telling you things that are to come in the future. So usually if your first dream is good, then you're gonna have a good year. If your first dream is bad, then that is bad luck that you're gonna have a bad year. Of course, that usually doesn't follow suit, but that's what the Japanese believe because they're really superstitious. Hatsuyume is, I already said that. Wow, this is a hard word to say. Waraizome is the first laugh. So, again, that's just one of those that's very, it's not like it's super important, but when you laugh in the new year, people hope that they're gonna laugh at, oh my god, there's another Amaru in here. Hi, you want some chips? Maybe some cola? Oh. Okay, you're like the fourth one I've seen today, it's so great. So yeah, and a lot of these are actually, if any of you guys read haiku, which, not haiku, haiku. I can't say it because now I'm saying haiku, that stupid volleyball show. Haiku, if you guys, not haiku. If you guys read haiku, which is like the tiny Japanese poems, these a lot of times are really, really big themes in those poems. So if you ever read those, you're probably gonna see these words like Hatsudayori and Kakizome. Osoji is what the first cleaning of the year. So usually what happens on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is in houses, in work buildings, and in schools, everything is moved out and everything is clean. For those of you who know, the Japanese are very, very iffy about cleanliness. They're very germophobic compared to us who, you know, we just walk around in bathrooms and touch everything and don't wash our hands and we touch the toilet thing and we touch the, we're gross. Compared to how nice and clean Japan was. So even, you know how, and you see this in anime, how like at the end of the day, there's someone who cleans the school and they wipe the chalkboards and they dust the floors and they mop. Well, even though they do that all year, every day, this is when they finally move everything out and rip things off the walls and they clean everything. Again, they do this for houses too. There was actually an episode of Lucky Star where Konata, the blue-haired girl, was complaining. She's like, yeah, we've just been doing cleaning all day. So, of course, talking about New Year's, there's actually two New Year's, the New Year's Eve and the New Year's episode in Lucky Star. They're very good. A lot of people look at Lucky Star, they're like, wow, this looks like a dumb show. But once you dig into it, it's very educational in the way that it shows you Japanese culture and otaku culture in Japan, actually. Yes, big cleaning. After every school semester. Yeah, so this is why you don't want to go to Japan. Okay, this is why there is an article online where it says reasons why you do and you do not want to go to Japan on New Year's, because it is a fantastic time, but it is so crowded. And to be honest, like, none of us as Americans are actually going to be there for serious reasons. I mean, we might go to be tourists and take pictures and just look at things, but these people are actually here for New Year's for really important reasons. Again, I told you that they pray to their gods, that they'll have good health and good financial status in the new year. And this is very serious for a lot of Japanese people, even Japanese people who aren't necessarily religious, which the top two religions in Japan are Shintoism and Buddhism. So even if people are atheists in Japan, they still do this, and they still pay their respects to the gods, even if they don't believe them, because it's what you're supposed to do on New Year's. So yeah, I think I showed you this picture earlier, and I was like, don't go to Osaka on New Year's. That's what it looks like. I was standing right there, right here, in Osaka, right there. But that was in March of 2014, and it was crowded. It was very crowded, but it was nothing like that, so it's hard to believe. Some more traditions. going to temples, praying for a good year. This is something that I wish I would have put the video on here. Ringing of the bell at the temple 108 times. So people, they're gonna spend all day at the temple to watch a giant bell where these guys, they bring it back and they let it go and it rings the bell. This takes a while just for one ring, and they wait for this bell to ring 108 times. Now, why 108, you ask? 108 because that's how many sins can be committed within a year. So, or how many different sins can be committed within that year, not how many you can commit, because we can commit all kinds, thousands. But just 108 different sins. So the bell is rung once each time to forgive of sins. Eating foods with friends and family. Usually people don't go see their significant other at this, during this holiday. It's just much more family oriented. So once they're done at the temple, they usually just go home and eat a meal. The New Year's feast. Did I have some text here? Okay. Osechi are lucky foods with symbolic meanings, which you'll see at the bottom, and then on the other side is the seaweed. Usually the ones at the bottom, like the bunnies, it depends on what the color and what the flavor is for each different meaning. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure those mean, I think they mean peace and happiness. I can't quite remember. But the konbu, which is the seaweed, when you eat that, that expresses joy. So there's a lot of different things they eat, but each food that they eat represents a different type of feeling or emotion. Oh, they also enjoy broiled fish cake, kamaboko. That sounds gross. I hate fish, and I hate fish, and I want to live in Japan someday. I'm gonna die. And then kuromame, which are black beans, that represents health for the new year. Again, that's another really important factor. And ebi, which are prawns, those are for you to live a long life. The Japanese really are super, they want to live really long lives. We don't really think about it. Sometimes here we're like, the sooner I'm dead, the better. But the Japanese, they really want to live a long life. This is the really fun part of New Year's. It's called the Kohaku Udagaisen. Does anyone know what this is? Yeah. Yeah, it's on TV. Did you say battling each other? Yes, Battle of the Voices. For those of you who watch Uda no Prince Song, you know that Udas, or Udaloids, that means singing or song. So what Kohaku Udagaisen is, it's the red and white song battle. Every time on New Year's, there's this giant TV spectacular singing competition, and the red team are females and the white team are males. And usually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the white team has won over the red team many times. Actually, in the last few years, I think the white team really caught up. But they sing their song, and actually Linked Horizon, who sings the first opening for Attack on Titan, they actually did one, and I believe they won that year, if I'm not mistaken. And I actually have that for you if you guys want to watch it, and I hope I can get the sound work, because it is awesome. But this is, it sounds really silly, but think about it. In America, what do we do on New Year's? We turn on the TV, and we watch the ball drop in New York. Let's see, what sounds a lot cooler? An awesome singing competition with a lot of bands that sing openings for anime music, and it's actually more than just singing. It's a lot of flips and jumps and stunts. It's a really cool just general talent show. Or turn on the TV at New York City and watching the ball drop. We might think that's silly, but we really have the silliest New Year's tradition ever. So I'm gonna show you guys this video real quick. I really hope I can get the sound to work. If not, I'm gonna be really sad because this video is really cool. I'm gonna try. Lord. Give me 1 second.
Did glam rock just never die in Japan? It's glam rock. Look at it. It's glam.
Yes, thank you, Andrew.
We started over because it's lagging.
Of course they would.
We can actually go back and watch the other videos with sound because Andrew's awesome. Apparently the guy that came in here with the staff on IchibanCon muted it. Thanks, guy.
Alright, we'll go back and watch the other videos.
This is an example of the hoilidays. I'm sorry it's lagging. Do you guys want to go back and see if the other videos work that are smaller?
You mean the KFC one?
Yeah, you want to watch the KFC one? Alright, we'll go back.
So, you know, YouTube will probably copyright like after like 5 times.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these I got either off Vimeo or YouTube. So.
Yeah, YouTube is flagging and won't let me play the video because of copyright.
Which is weird because the one you did for my other panel worked
Came from YouTube.
Yeah, it came from YouTube. Alright, well this video, hold on.
They just wouldn't let me play the video. Like, so I had to like go back edit and then tell people sorry, YouTube. So what is this part? I only had one strike because I think I recorded one of the horrors of Joe Borrow. That was a bad decision. Don't know why I did that.
Oh, there's the Love Live one. We'll go back to that.
Yeah, but no, she had the mic against the speakers.
Did y'all hear that one? The Love Live one?
Well, yeah, barely, yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, did anyone come in during the KFC part? Like, I don't need to re-explain it, like it won't be confusing. Okay, I was just making sure.
Japan loves KFC during Christmas.
Japan essentially just loves KFC during Christmas, is all you need to know. I hope this video works.
I probably know what song it is too.
Isn't that adorable?
They got all the songs, man.
There are multiple commercials from KFC. Like, I don't want to scream in y'all's ear. There are so many commercials. Like, I had to just pick one, and that one was kind of like the simple one that was just really cutesy and had a dance. But there are so many different commercials, like for KFC. Yeah, Colonel Sanders is the Santa Claus of Japan. Essentially, the Christmas cake, and then let's go back, and I'll show you that. You guys want to watch the Love Live one again?
Yeah, what's that?
With sound? Well, you guys had subtitles, I forgot, so it didn't matter. Alright, we'll go back to the hoilidays, and we'll see. I downloaded that one off of a different site, so I'm hoping that it works. Does anyone have any questions about New Year's before I show you guys the video? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, but you have to remember that Japan is about like depending on daylight savings is like 13, 14 hours in front of us. So technically they have their Christmas before we have ours. Like today is Thursday. It's already Friday in Japan, obviously, so everyone knows that. But yeah, it's on the same day. They celebrate pretty much every major holiday we have here that they celebrate there on the same day. The only difference to that is White Day, I think, is in March, which is kind of like an additional Valentine's Day. But yeah, New Year's is on the same day. Someone else have a question? Yeah. What'd you say? I can't hear you. They wear like the kimonos. Yeah, that's actually really important. You see in an anime where people are really hyped to wear the kimonos for New Year's and to the New Year's party, so that's also a very big part of it. Let me just get through back to that video and then I can show it to you guys. If it lags, we will just sing it together, because I'm sure you guys all know the Attack on Titan theme song.
I never seen it, but yeah, it's stuck in my head.
I don't.
So much ships, or isn't that whole thing?
Okay, good. If you
More
didn't
ships
have
than are in the water.
I love
Okay.
Oh, we gotta fight.
No, this isn't a fight. This is just
Oh my.
Alright. Okay, let's cross our fingers and hope that this video does not lag. Because this is a really awesome video. Okay, if it doesn't work on here, I will take it out of PowerPoint and I will bring it up on my computer and we'll watch it from there.
Woo!
It's looking okay.
No, it's not. No.
Alright,
Alright, yeah. Escape on Titan.
That day we received a grim reminder of the lag.
What is happening? Is Windows 10 doing good with your computer?
Windows 10 sucks.
Windows 10's not really good with anyone's computer.
Yeah. I got it.
Burn the wit!
That's a different
I got an Acer!
Burn the wit!
You can't burn me, buddy. I'm pressed. I represent my own network. I'm a one-man crew.
I said I made no promises.
Oh dear.
I know, you get
I know. I am my own boss.
Oh, I just watched the Baby Teeth episode like yesterday, so I can tell you.
I think that was it right there, down there, right?
No, that's where I'm going.
That's not okay. They should not get married. They're falling
Oh, also, Rainbow has really cute Christmas episodes too. If you guys watch that.
Oh, yeah, it does.
If you guys have the heart enough to watch it.
Oh no, you're talking about.
Alright.
No, you're talking about one of those
Here
animals.
we go.
Windows 10, love me.
Notice your settings.
Oh, what happened? What does it look like?
Why is it not? Maybe try the other link. You had two videos of the same thing. Try the second one. Oh. No. How is it doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Well, we can just listen to it. It's still really cool because it's a live version. It's not like a studio version. They have, in these Udageisens, they have like giant TV screens, and of course for this they showed Attack on Titan stuff. And no, this is actually Linked Horizon. This isn't a cover, so this is the actual band. And the choir in the background is really cool because they are wearing the Attack on Titan robes, like the garb and the jacket and stuff.
Oh goodness.
So while we're sitting here watching the ball drop in New York City, the Japanese people are watching this.
It's like a voice sync. It's like a voice. No, it's a sync. It's a face off.
It is, yes.
But it is on public television because it's on NHK.
And like those people are doing flips and stuff. It's like,
And this is on New Year's Eve.
this is on New Year's Eve, yeah.
Oh, why can't we have this? Ryan Seacrest could be doing flips.
We just can't have nice things.
Der Junge von Heinz wird bald zum Schwert.
Maybe it's doing this the same year.
And this was this was the Udageisen for 2013. So this is just after, this was, Attack on Titan aired in 2013. Did it finish in 2013 or 2014? Okay, so it finished in 2013. So this was a huge deal. Like, but it was so hard to find this video because they don't put them on YouTube because of copyright, because there's Attack on Titan clips in there. So yeah, so they took this off YouTube, even though this was a thing that showed on TV in Japan. So I had to get this off Vimeo. So like, I've always asked Attack on Titan fans, hey, did you see like the live Linked Horizon video from New Year's? They're like, no, I haven't. So if you want to watch this video in high quality, I've never downloaded it on Vimeo again. If you want to watch it in high quality, go to Vimeo, don't download it, but just watch it there. It's a really sweet video.
I think it's doing this because it sees a camera, and it's like, I'm saving you from YouTube editing. Because I had one of my panels I did for her, I had to edit at least 5 times and re-upload 5 times because of copyrights. Because the videos she showed were copyrights. It was ridiculous.
But that's pretty much what I have for the panel. Did anyone have any questions about New Year's or Christmas in Japan, or any like anime recommendations as far as like Christmas or anything before? Okay, cool. Yeah, did you have a question? I don't think so. I think it's just, honestly, I think it's pretty like westernized, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think
We
they do
celebrate. I
that.
think. Well, yeah, I know. We celebrate it, and like Vietnamese people celebrate, but I think it's like a Chinese thing, like a Chinese
Right.
Southeast Asian thing.
Right. Anyway, guys, if there's not any more questions, I'm running. This is my first panel, and I'm running 6 more. So I'm running tomorrow. I'm running anime for musicians, and we're gonna be talking about shows like Nodame Cantabile, Kids on the Slope, Nana, and then so come to that. Is anyone here a musician? Sweet. Please come to my panel tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of fun and a lot of different anime recommendations. Then later this week, I'm also gonna run the Cosplay Fabric 101. I'm also doing the Japanese perspective on American culture, which is basically how the Japanese view us and our culture.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah, it's not BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
And then I'm also gonna be doing. I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna be doing the art and history of Arina Tanimura. Is anyone a fan of Arina Tanimura's works? Yeah, I know you are. So like Full Moon and Time Stranger Kyoko and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be running that. And then I'm running. Andrew, what other panel am I running?
Let me check my schedule.
I'm running so much this year I can't even keep up with it.
I'm recording all of it for her too.
The Lulz of LOL, the League of Legends panel, it's gonna happen on Saturday at 3. So those are the ones I'm running. I hate League of Legends, and I'm running a panel on it.
You're running
so.
a panel on the.
No. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming to the panel. If you have any questions, you can come here and ask me. If you want some chips, you can have some chips. So I'm gonna let the next panelists come and set up because they have to set up in the next 10 minutes. So thank you for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry my videos didn't work out. Thank you. Did you guys learn something? Good. Go share what you learned with the world. Because not only do you love anime, now you know more about Japanese culture, so you're smart.
KFC.